Welcome, Sag, to your October 2021 reading. Just going to get a bit of an energy check-in, see where you're at, see what's going on, and yeah. Okay, we're just going to get a few oracle cards and then we'll dive right in. Okay, so what I'm getting right off the bat is there's something that you need to free yourself from. We've got the imprisonment and slavery card. So we've got the Six of Cups reversed with the Four of Pentacles reversed. So the Four of Pentacles reversed indicates that there's something that you need to let go of, and with the Six of Cups reversed, it could be like an old friend. It could be like a relationship that's run its course. It might be even like if you've got an ex-partner that you still kind of think about, or you still have some kind of contact with them, or you might have moved on physically, but there could still be an energetic connection to that person that you need to kind of sever. Because I get that you really want emotional fulfillment. You really want like a very satisfying romantic relationship. And I do feel like it's trying to come in for you because we've got Judgment in reverse. But Judgment is not upright yet, which means that there's something else that needs to close out before this is going to be possible. You know, you might have been trying to make something work with someone. It may even be someone... I don't know if this is love or if it's like a friendship or a family relationship. So it could be different for different people watching. But it's definitely to do with some kind of relationship, some kind of people that you have in your life, or a person specifically. And I feel like you may have been going back and forth within yourself a little bit about whether to give this person another shot or whether to move on. Because we've got the Two of Pentacles in reverse. It's kind of like this back and forth kind of energy, a little bit of indecision. And what's needed is to see things clearly and then make a very decisive decision about it, which could be setting some kind of boundaries. Like, if you want to remain in my life, then I am only going to put up with this, and if you can't abide by that, then here are the consequences. And if you have that conversation with this person, whether it's a family member, a friend, or a romantic partner, or a past romantic partner, if you have that conversation with them and then they can't get on board with that, then it's up to you. The onus is on you to follow through on whatever you said the consequences would be in terms of ending that relationship and cutting that off. Now, that may take different forms depending on the type of relationship that it is, but because at the moment your energy, Sag, is showing up as the Three of Wands reversed. So it's kind of like you're not really able to make long-term plans. You're not really able to kind of move forward because there's a part of you that's kind of waiting and hoping that this situation is going to like get itself together. It's going to resolve, that the person's going to show up in the way that you need them to show up. But yeah, I feel like the dynamic that you've had with this person is kind of like the Knight of Wands. Like, maybe there could be something about this person that really draws you in, that you're really attracted to. They could be quite adventurous. They could be quite passionate about you, about a hobby. They could connect with you physically, like if it's a romantic kind of relationship, or you could share like a love of sports or a love of like some kind of adrenaline activity, and you really like that. But there could also be like a slightly volatile kind of nature to this person. I don't get anything like really severe, but it just could be that, if they have a couple of drinks, like they get a bit rude, or they get a bit kind of bossy or domineering or something like that. Where was I going with this? Whatever it is that this person does or doesn't do, it bothers you. Like it's not really something that serves you. So if there's an opportunity to repair this relationship and to set some really clear guidelines and to have a really clear conversation with this person, and if they want to get on board with that, then great. Like that is the action step, and things may clear up. But if they don't, be prepared that you may have to kind of move on for your highest good, because you can't force someone else to change, right? Like, they actually have to want to do it. And if you mean enough to this person, and you're able to have like a really calm, clear conversation with them around why their behavior affects you, or why like you just don't want to relate to them in a certain way, if you mean enough to this person, hopefully they will respect that and they'll get behind that. But at the end of the day, you don't have kind of control over what other people do. You only have control over what you do. So that's kind of what it's asking you. It's asking you to be really clear about what you will accept, what you won't accept, to communicate that really clearly, really calmly. And that may work for some of you, and for others of you it may not. And if not, then the advice is to kind of move on and to figure out how you can kind of cut that influence out of your life in some kind of way. Because it's getting in the way of your Ten of Cups. It's getting in the way of your happiness, your joy, your sense of fulfillment. And it's getting in the way of you kind of being able to, work towards your long-term plans. Because I do get the sense that whoever this is, this other person that you're dealing with, like, it is someone that you care about. And it's someone that's been in your life for either a long time, or that you've had a very kind of, or you've felt very connected to. And so you know, I do think you've given this person a few chances, or you've wanted to keep them in your life, and so maybe you've avoided kind of having a clear conversation with them. But if you don't figure out a way that this is going to work, like, I do think it's messing with your energy. You know, it's putting you out of balance, which is then impacting your ability to kind of move towards what's going to make you happy. Yeah. So it's about kind of, we've got over here with these cards from the Energy Oracle deck, we've got 2 cards that add up to the number 7. So we've got the 52 and the 16. So 7s are about reevaluation, you know, and I think this is really just what you're asked to do. You're asked to kind of reevaluate things. You're asked to kind of take a different approach that you haven't taken before with this kind of person. And you're asked to kind of really see things clearly, to really see the full picture, you know, to see, like, yes, there's great things about this relationship, or there's great things about this person, but there's also this other stuff. And when I evaluate everything as a whole, how does that really make me feel? Because, you know, if it's not going to work, you just need to be honest with yourself around the fact that it's not going to work, you know? And I do think you've been kind of patient with this person, but I do feel like your patience is wearing thin, and now it's time to actually make a decision, you know? And that may be the hard part, because it may be that you know that if this person chooses not to get on board, then I feel like you kind of know that maybe you've got to let it go. And yeah, there just may have been some hesitancy on your part to do that, because I feel like part of it is, it's kind of like, well, if I let that go, what else is going to come in, you know, like, and particularly, like, if this is a like, romantic partner, even if it's someone that you've only kind of casually dated or whatever, it's kind of a sense of like, well, yeah, but there's, like, we have a lot of fun together, and there's all these great things about it, and if I let that go, then what? Like, I'm going to be single, or I'm going to, you know, but I feel like you just kind of have to trust. You kind of have to trust in the mystery, as this card here says. You have to kind of trust that if things are meant to be, then this person will get on board, you know, and they will want to be there for you in a better way, in a more supportive way. And if they don't, then you've kind of got to trust that maybe that wasn't your person. Maybe they were kind of keeping you stuck and held back, and even though you can't see what potentially could be swimming towards you, whale, in the future, I think you just have to kind of trust that if something's not working, it's not working, and let it go so that something else can come in. So that's what I have for you guys. I hope that helps. Feel free to leave me a comment. I'd love to know your thoughts, and I'll take care, and we'll talk again later. Okay, thanks, bye.